back to the Future of Real Estate. I'm Brett Ellis of the Ellis team at RE/MAX Realty Group. With us today is special guest, Lee County property appraiser Ken Wilkinson. Don't forget our website, topagent.com. Ken, you were at a recent bill signing with the governor.
I was.
What was that about?
Well, I was in Tallahassee for a reason, oral argument on a Safer Homes case, but and got contacted that they were having a bill signing in Jacksonville. I said, it's a lot of way, but on the way home. So I was, and it was really interesting in the sense that it's something the appraisers in Florida have been trying to get for a number of years. We're required by law to physically visit every property within 5 years. It's a tough task, but you got to do it. That's the law. So the appraisers have been pushing for, because we have the technology, to use our aerials to supplement those on-site required visits, because the technology is, we use what's called pictometry, change analysis, where you can actually, from the sky, because we're on annual aerials here in Lee County from different sources, etc. And it's so flat, and we always fly in January, February, where the trees don't have any leaves, so it's great technology. We can tell from the sky any structure that's changed its configuration, meaning the roof structure, and any additions, etc. So we call them desktop reviews. We've had the technology. We've been trying to get the law changed to allow us to use it, because the law did not allow us to use it in place of the actual, every 5-year physical. Now we're able to do it. What it's done is it helps you. You'll never totally eliminate your errors. It's human error. It's going to happen. We were having errors that any are unacceptable, so you always try to work the solution. This is one of the solutions. One other thing we did is we've gone from paper to all electronic transfers. When any of the taxing authorities, municipalities, the county pull a permit, or the taxpayer does, we get it electronically. We used to get it by paper. And maybe we didn't always get all the permits, or maybe we didn't always get the COs to know that it was done. Well, now we can do it through the aerials. It's going to be a great cost savings for us. You don't have to send somebody out, etc.
Well, to go to 120,000 properties a year would have to be impossible.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why it got spread out to 5 years. But even doing that with 605. Now, obviously, vacant properties you don't have to necessarily physically visit. And when I fly in and out of Lee County, I look to the right. There's Cape Coral. That looks good. Left.
So in
There's my
January,
physical
February,
visit, right?
we should wave if we see
Yes,
that.
do that.
Okay.
Well, that's some interesting stuff. We've only got about another minute or so left in the show. We've made comment that you've got one of the lowest costs per appraiser's office in the state of Florida. Tell us briefly about that.
Well, I think all appraisers are pretty frugal, because we're the front line if any office is. All right, we get more scrutiny. We're the ones that have the websites with all this data out there. If we were hiding something, we wouldn't be. We even went to the legislature to get electronic access to public records so we could have websites. So, but there's this conception, and I think it's a misconception. But it's something that I've always believed in, is to try to control my costs. And we've been very fortunate in Lee County, because of our technologies and some philosophies of our top management, that we do have one of, if not the lowest cost per parcel. It's an easy measurement. You take the total budget, total number of parcels, do the division, that's what it costs per parcel. And another measure, and these are not my measures, the International Association of Assessing Officers, is how many parcels per employee. The more parcels per employee shows efficiency, and we have one of it, if not the highest of that.
Well, Ken, thanks for being with us. We know buying and selling real estate is a big, big decision. Most buyers and sellers we meet with have lots of questions. You've answered a lot of them today. We know today's show is informative. If you have more questions or would like to talk to us, give us a call. We can be reached at 239-489-4042. Our website is topagent.com. On behalf of Dave, Sandy, Mike, our entire team, Ken, thanks for being with us, and thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.